In a world of noise and distraction, there is one place where wisdom still whispers, where voices of greatness echo through time. Welcome to the Motivational Library. Crafting the routine that makes you unstoppable. An unstoppable routine doesn't begin with a planner, a schedule, or a perfect morning. It begins with a decision. The decision that your day will no longer control you. You will control your day. Before we go deeper, pause for a moment and be honest with yourself. How many mornings have you opened your eyes already feeling behind, before the day even started? How many times have you promised yourself that tomorrow will be different, only to fall right back into the same habits the moment life becomes loud, messy, or overwhelming? If that feels familiar, it's because you're human and you're not alone. People don't fail because they lack discipline or potential. They fail because their days are built without a structure strong enough to carry their goals. This audiobook exists to change that, not with unrealistic advice or complicated systems, but with simple, grounded, practical steps that fit into the life you're living right now. I'm going to help you build a routine that feels solid, a routine that feels yours, a routine that moves you forward quietly, steadily, daily, without the pressure, without the chaos, without the confusion. If you want a life where you wake up with clarity, move through the day with confidence, and finally feel in control of your direction, stay with me, because this, right here, is the moment your real transformation begins. Chapter 1. Start daily steps that build steady progress. Progress doesn't arrive in one dramatic moment. It isn't a lightning strike, a miracle, or a sudden breakthrough. Progress is a choice, a quiet, repeated choice. A choice made in the stillness of the morning when the world hasn't touched you yet. A choice made when no one is watching. A choice made on the days when everything feels heavy, slow, or unsteady. An unstoppable routine begins when your daily steps stop depending on how you feel and start depending on what you've decided. Today can rise above yesterday if you give it a real chance. And the routine you build becomes the partner that helps carry you into that better day. Most people wait for something big before they begin. A perfect Monday, a burst of motivation, a dramatic turning point. But real improvement begins with the smallest step you take right now. One step creates the next builds the one after. And soon your days begin to form a rhythm. A quiet, steady rhythm strong enough to hold your life together. It doesn't need to be perfect. It only needs to be real. Because every simple action you repeat becomes a signal to your mind. I can trust myself again. Your future stops feeling distant. Your effort today begins shaping who you become tomorrow. Progress becomes something you build with your own hands. Daily steps work because they are honest. A routine doesn't ask for endless energy. It asks for presence. It asks for a few focused minutes, a single deliberate moment, a choice you can return to again and again. When you build these steps into your day, you build a structure that protects your growth. You know what to do, and you know why you're doing it. You stop drifting, you start directing, you stop reacting to the day, you begin leading it. Every strong life you admire starts with the smallest possible steps. Small steps remove pressure. Small steps give you a fair chance to win the day. Small steps are stronger than a heroic burst that burns out tomorrow. You don't need to conquer the whole day. You only need to take the next honest step in front of you. Each step becomes part of a foundation that supports discipline, and discipline that leads to success. Human behavior changes when the mind accepts that improvement is possible. Every completed action becomes proof. You are capable, you are willing, you are moving forward. Confidence is built from evidence. Evidence comes from action. Action comes from one step, repeated daily. To build steady progress, begin with a clear decision. Which small steps matter most to your life? Which actions support your health, your growth, your learning, your direction, your identity? Start simple. A minute of stretching, a single page of reading, a moment of stillness, a task done without delay. Tiny actions, but heavy with meaning. They shape your mood. They shape your behavior. They shape the person you're becoming. Once you choose your steps, place them where they belong. Morning steps to strengthen your mornings. Evening steps to anchor your nights. Structure is comfort. Structure is clarity. When you know what to do and when to do it, your mind relaxes and your energy rises. This is how intention replaces chaos. The true power of a routine comes from returning. Returning even when you miss a day. Returning even when you're tired. Returning even when progress feels invisible. Consistency is not perfection. Consistency is return. Every return is a victory. Every return is a message to your future. I still choose you. Most people wait for motivation to start, but daily steps create motivation. One small step produces a spark that pushes you into the next. Movement creates motivation. Motivation creates energy. Energy creates pride, and that pride becomes fuel. Human psychology loves certainty. When your mind knows the next step, it feels safe. When your body knows what comes next, it feels ready. Predictable steps reduce stress, create mental space, and give you a sense of control, and control brings peace, and peace is a form of strength. Building an unstoppable routine also means respecting your pace. Progress isn't fast. Progress is faithful. Sincerity makes each step meaningful. It connects your effort to your purpose. On hard days, shrink the step. Make it smaller, but still complete it. A shorter workout, a shorter reading session, a shorter moment of stillness. Even a tiny win keeps your routine alive. A routine built on small wins becomes unbreakable because it survives real human days. Days with energy, days without, days with clarity, days with confusion. The steps stay strong even when you don't feel strong. Over time, these small actions change how you see yourself. Consistency becomes part of your identity. You begin trusting your own word again, and that trust is one of the most powerful forces in personal growth. When you trust yourself, everything changes. You stop delaying, you stop doubting, you stop making excuses. You start showing up, you start growing, you start building a life that matches the vision inside you. Daily steps also create an emotional connection to your future. You begin to feel that your future isn't far away. It's being shaped by what you do today. This gives you hope. Hope gives you energy. Energy gives you action. And action builds the person you want to become. As your routine grows stronger, the changes become visible. Your mood lifts. Your focus sharpens. Your confidence rises. Your days feel steadier. Your mind becomes clearer. Your actions gain purpose. Your resilience deepens. People around you will notice it, but more importantly, you will notice it. Steady progress builds a pride that cannot be faked. A clean, honest pride earned through effort. A pride that whispers, you're moving in the right direction. This feeling pulls you forward. An unstoppable routine isn't a destination. It is a daily creation. When you treat each day as your chance to take one honest step, your life begins to shift. Your mind becomes sharper. Your heart becomes stronger. Your actions grow clearer, and your future becomes brighter. This is how progress is built. This is how change becomes real. This is how an unstoppable routine is born. One sincere step, repeated every day with purpose and belief. Chapter 2. Set clear. A strong day begins long before you take your first step. It begins the moment you decide that your time will no longer be stolen by chaos, noise, and distraction. Most people spend their days reacting, pulled by every notification, every demand, every unexpected problem. They start with good intentions but end up scattered, drained, and confused. But when you set clear tasks, everything changes. You give your day structure, you give your effort purpose, and you give your mind something solid to follow. A structured day brings peace, not because the world becomes easier, but because you become clearer. You know where to put your energy. You know how to measure your progress. You stop guessing and start directing. This is where a real routine begins to rise. Clear tasks reveal what truly matters. When you pause long enough to choose your actions, you take back control. You stop letting random events shape your day. You begin shaping it yourself. That shift alone changes your breathing. Your mind sharpens. Your purpose becomes visible. Your day is no longer something that happens to you. It becomes something you create, and that is where strength begins. A structured day starts with clarity. Choose 3 or 4 actions that will move your life forward in a meaningful way. Not 10, not 20, just the essential few. Short, clear, reachable. A focused list calms the mind. It tells you what comes first, what comes next, and what deserves your attention. Clarity removes confusion, and confusion is one of the biggest killers of motivation. Human psychology thrives on knowing the path. When you wake up with clear tasks, your body prepares itself to move. Your mind relaxes because the day is predictable. Stress decreases because uncertainty is gone. This creates inner stability, a steadiness that shows up in your decisions, your conversations, your actions. You think better when your day has direction. Setting clear tasks also strengthens discipline. Discipline grows from a plan. A plan guides effort. Effort builds movement. Movement builds progress. And progress reinforces discipline, turning it from a struggle into a natural habit. Even on low-energy days, a structured task list becomes something to hold on to. It grounds you. It keeps you moving. It gives you a reason to take the next step. But a strong day requires more than tasks. It requires meaning. When you understand why each task matters, your commitment deepens. You stop treating your tasks as chores and start treating them as investments. A health task isn't just something to complete. It protects your future. A learning task isn't just a box to tick. It expands your potential. A work task isn't just an obligation. It builds your skill and strengthens your path. Meaning turns routine into purpose, and timing turns purpose into power. Every person has natural rhythms. Some minds come alive in the morning, some sharpen in the afternoon. Some focus best when the world is quiet at night. Place your most important tasks during your strongest hours. This increases productivity, it reduces frustration, it amplifies confidence, and because you're working with your own biology, not against it. Sure, a structured day doesn't require controlling every minute. It requires awareness. It requires placing the right tasks in the right order. It requires balance, space to breathe, space to reset, space to think. A healthy routine respects your energy while still pushing you forward. When your tasks are structured, you move through the day with calm determination. Not pressure, not panic. Clear tasks also create emotional momentum. Each completed task gives you a small spark of achievement. That spark pushes you forward. Your mind becomes clearer, your body feels lighter, your confidence grows. These small wins are powerful because they prove something essential. You can direct your day. You can follow your plan. You can build real progress. When your day is structured, your motivation stops rising and falling unpredictably. It becomes stable, steady, dependable. You no longer rely on inspiration. You rely on your plan. One step leads to the next, even on days when you feel tired or unmotivated. This is how you keep moving when many others stop. Clear tasks protect your attention. When distractions appear, and they always do, your direction keeps you anchored. You can return to your plan quickly without drifting into hours of lost time. Focus becomes easier, finishing becomes achievable, and your life begins to align with your goals. Structuring your day also builds a powerful sense of control. Most people feel overwhelmed because they don't know what to do next. But when your tasks are clear, the next step is never a mystery. Control gives you confidence. Confidence gives you energy. Energy turns into action, and action, repeated daily, shapes your entire life. A strong day also includes reflection. At the end of the day, look at what you accomplished. Study what moved you forward and what slowed you down. This simple review reveals your patterns. It teaches you how your mind behaves, how your energy rises and falls, what supports you and what weakens you. Understanding yourself is the foundation of a powerful routine. Every day becomes smarter than the last. When you build your day with clear tasks, you build a life with direction. You stop feeling lost. You stop feeling behind. You stop feeling uncertain about what to do next. Instead, you feel organized, you feel prepared, you feel responsible for your own growth. And responsibility is power. Over time, structured days begin shaping your identity. You become someone who follows through, someone who stays committed, someone who directs their life with intention. This identity becomes armor. It stabilizes your emotions. It strengthens your confidence. It gives you the courage to chase bigger goals. A structured day creates a structured life, and a structured life supports your dreams. When you wake each morning with clear tasks, you step into a day you can shape, a day you can grow from, a day you can be proud of. This is how an unstoppable routine is built, through clear tasks that guide your energy, protect your focus, and give your life direction. Tasks that structure your entire day. Chapter 3. Strengthen the habits that hold your routine together. A stable routine doesn't appear out of nowhere. It is built, brick by brick, through the quiet power of your daily habits. Your habits are the unseen hands shaping your life. They dictate how your days unfold, how your mind operates, and ultimately, who you become. A routine becomes unshakable only when your habits are strong enough to carry you on days when your motivation disappears. And motivation will disappear. But habits, real, grounded, meaningful habits, remain. People don't struggle because they're weak. They struggle because they try to build a new life while standing on unstable ground. This chapter is about reinforcing that ground. Not with pressure, not with force, but with habits that feel natural, human, and deeply connected to the life you want to create. When your habits are strong, your routine becomes something you can trust. It becomes your shield, your structure, your quiet protector. Not another burden you fight to maintain. A habit gains strength through purposeful repetition. Many people try to change their lives by chasing willpower, but willpower is a spark. Bright, loud, short-lived. Habits are the fire that keeps burning long after motivation fades. Every repetition teaches your mind what to expect. Every small action is a reminder of the person you're becoming. Every consistent step lays another stone in the foundation of your future. To strengthen a habit, begin where transformation truly starts. Simplicity. A simple habit is easier to follow, harder to ignore, and almost impossible to fear. When a habit feels light, your mind accepts it. When it feels doable, you continue. And when you continue, strength builds without you even noticing. What begins as a few minutes becomes a lifestyle. What starts as an action becomes part of your identity. Habits grow even stronger when they are tied to meaning. When you know why a habit matters, your commitment becomes unbreakable. You're no longer performing a task. You're investing in your health, your goals, your future, your becoming. Meaning turns habits into anchors. Anchors that hold you steady when life feels chaotic. But even meaningful habits can fail if they're buried under friction. Friction is the enemy of consistency. The more steps something requires, the more your mind delays it. Remove the friction, and the path becomes clear. Place things where you can see them. Prepare small items the night before. Create an environment that supports action instead of resisting it. When your surroundings encourage your habits, stability becomes natural. A habit must also match your life, the life you have right now, not the perfect life you imagine. Unrealistic habits collapse. Practical habits survive. A habit that fits your rhythm becomes comforting. You can follow it on busy days without stress. You can expand it on calm days with ease. This flexibility allows your habits to live through changes, challenges, and unexpected storms. A strong habit is one that can survive real life. Most people fall off track because they crave fast results. But habits don't work through speed. They work through quiet repetition, through tiny shifts in identity, through becoming the kind of person who keeps promises to themselves. Identity-driven habits are the strongest of all. When your habits become part of who you believe you are, you return to them even on your hardest days. Structure strengthens habits even further. When a habit has a clear time and place in your day, it becomes predictable. Predictability removes decision-making, and when you reduce decisions, you reduce excuses. This rhythm creates stability. Stability creates confidence. Confidence creates a routine you can rely on. Another powerful tool is tracking your habits. Tracking gives you visible proof of your effort. Proof creates belief. Belief creates momentum. It shows you that you're moving forward even when progress feels invisible. Tracking is not about pressure, it's about awareness. And awareness is fuel for growth. To protect your habits, you must also protect your focus. Some distractions seem harmless, but they quietly weaken your consistency. When you reduce these interruptions, your habits gain space to breathe. Your day becomes calmer. Your mind becomes clearer. Your routine becomes stronger. A strong routine also needs emotional reward. When a habit makes you feel proud, calm, or energized, your brain wants to return to it. These emotional wins are the sparks that keep consistency alive. And as your habits strengthen, something powerful happens. They begin to support you. On the days you feel heavy, on the days your mind is scattered, on the days your energy collapses, your habits step forward and guide you. Strong habits don't wait for your mood. They carry you even when you don't feel ready. The strongest habits are rooted in self-respect. Every time you honor a habit, you send a message to yourself. My goals matter. My future matters. I matter. This deepens your commitment and transforms your routine from a schedule into a promise. Strengthening your habits requires patience. Growth takes time. Identity takes time. Mastery takes time. You will slip. You will fall behind. You will have days that feel messy. But those days do not erase your progress. They are part of the journey. What matters is that you return. Every return makes the habit stronger. Every return strengthens your identity. Every return builds discipline. A stable routine is not built in a day. It is built through countless small moments that accumulate into power. As your habits grow stronger, you will feel the shift. Your days become smoother. Your mind becomes clearer. Your confidence rises. Your direction sharpens. And slowly your life moves from chaos to clarity, from effort to flow, from uncertainty to stability. This is how your routine becomes steady. This is how your stability becomes strength. This is how you become the kind of person who builds their life with intention. And the stronger your habits become, the stronger your routine becomes, and the stronger you become. Chapter 4. Create predictable steps that guide your daily flow. A powerful day does not begin with motivation. It begins with order. Your mind performs at its highest level when it knows where it's going. A day without structure feels like a storm. Scattered thoughts, unfocused energy, and decisions pulling you in every direction. But the moment your day follows a clear sequence, everything changes. Your energy steadies. Your mind sharpens. Your decisions become cleaner. Your whole day gains a quiet power. Predictable steps are not rules. They are your roadmap. They remove the constant inner debate of what now, what next. And when you cut that noise, your focus rises and your stress fades. Your daily flow becomes smooth, natural, almost effortless. Your mind loves consistency. When you repeat the same steps each day, your brain builds a pattern. Patterns become familiar. Familiarity removes resistance. And resistance is what keeps most people stuck at the starting line. But when your steps are predictable, your mind stops fighting you. It simply follows the rhythm you created. Even when motivation is low, even when the day feels heavy, predictable steps remove the emotional weight of beginning. They give direction before doubt even has a chance to speak. A strong daily flow starts with steps that actually match your life. Not fantasy, not perfection, reality. Choose steps that support you, not overwhelm you, simple ones, practical ones, real ones. Prepare your space, review your priorities. Focus on essential work. Take short intentional breaks. Move your body. End your day with reflection. Nothing complicated, nothing heroic. Just clear, repeatable signals to your mind. This is who I am. This is how my day begins. This is where I'm going. When these steps follow a predictable order, your day gains rhythm, a calm, consistent pulse. This rhythm protects your focus. It reduces mental clutter. It prevents you from bouncing between random tasks, thoughts, and distractions. Your mind becomes grounded. Your day becomes cleaner. You feel more in control. Predictable steps also protect you from emotional turbulence. Most people allow their feelings to dictate their actions. But when your day has a structure, your emotions don't get to decide your direction. Your steps do. This creates stability. Even during stress, you know what comes next. Even during uncertainty, your path stays clear. This reduces anxiety. This builds confidence. This teaches you to trust the routine you created. Predictable steps also conquer one of the biggest silent enemies of progress: decision fatigue. Every choice drains your energy. When your whole day is one choice after another, you end up exhausted before you've even started real work. But when your steps are predictable, your actions become automatic. You no longer spend energy deciding, you simply follow the flow you built. You work smarter, not harder. You become efficient without forcing yourself. Your productivity rises while your stress falls. Predictability is the secret doorway to consistency, and consistency is the backbone of every powerful routine. When your actions repeat, your mind recognizes the pattern. Your mornings feel lighter, your afternoons more focused, your evenings more peaceful. This repetition creates reliability, and reliability shapes your identity. You stop being someone who tries. You become someone who follows through. To create predictable steps, study your day honestly. Where does your time slip away? Where does your focus break? Where do you hesitate? These weak spots reveal where your flow collapses. If you lose time deciding what to do first, your first step becomes planning. If your energy crashes midday, build in a walk or a pause. If your mind scatters easily, simplify your environment. You are not copying someone else's routine. You are designing one that fits your life. Once you choose your steps, repeat them daily. At first, the flow feels unnatural. That's normal. Every new rhythm requires adjustment, but repetition transforms discomfort into familiarity, and familiarity into ease. One day you realize you're no longer thinking about your steps. You're simply living them. This is where discipline transforms into identity. This is where effort becomes instinct. Predictable steps also protect you when life gets loud. When the world pulls you in 100 directions, your flow becomes your anchor. It reminds you of what matters. It stops your day from drifting into chaos. Even on difficult days, a predictable flow keeps you aligned with your goals. Maybe you don't complete everything perfectly, but you complete enough to keep momentum alive. And momentum is gold. A strong flow also includes moments of pause. Predictability is not about filling every minute. It's about giving your day direction. A pause resets your mind. It protects you from burnout. It sharpens your focus. A pause is not weakness. It is maintenance for your strength. Following the same flow every day also increases your self-awareness. You begin to notice your patterns, where you excel, where you struggle, how your energy moves. This awareness allows you to refine your steps, remove what no longer fits, adjust what no longer serves, and evolve your routine as your life evolves. Creating predictable steps is a profound act of self-respect. It means you value your time, you value your growth, you value the direction of your life. When you respect your time, you protect it. You stop giving it away to distractions, chaos, and impulse. You begin living with intention, and intention transforms everything. When your daily flow becomes predictable, your whole life gains stability. You wake up knowing what your day will feel like. You move through your morning with clarity. You approach your afternoon with purpose. You close your evening with peace. This stability isn't rigidity, it's strength. It's emotional balance. It's mental clarity. It's the space your progress needs to grow. And as your predictable steps become part of who you are, something shifts deep inside you. You trust yourself more. You feel calmer. Your confidence rises. Your actions feel aligned with your future. You become someone who shapes their day, not someone pulled around by it. This is how predictable steps guide your daily flow. This is how direction becomes power. This is how you build a routine that carries you forward every single day. Chapter 5: Morning actions that ignite relentless consistency. Your morning is not just the start of a new day, it is the ignition switch that determines the direction of everything that follows. The first moments after you open your eyes decide your momentum, your mindset, and the level of control you carry into the world. Start your day scattered, and the entire day slips through your fingers. Start your day steady, and nothing can push you off course. Morning actions are not about achieving perfection. They are about creating a powerful, unshakable starting point, a beginning that gives you clarity before the world has a chance to demand anything from you. Because in those first quiet minutes, your mind is at its most open, its most responsive, its most honest. There is no noise, no chaos, no pressure. Just you and the chance to decide who you will be today. When you wake up with intentional actions instead of rushing into the day half-aware, you give yourself something most people never access: direction before distraction. You steady your thoughts. You understand your intentions. You prepare your energy. That shift from chaos to clarity is the difference between a day you control and a day that controls you. The first action sets the tone. Your very first action each morning should whisper to your mind, it's time to begin. It doesn't need to be dramatic. It can be stretching your body, drinking water, breathing deeply, reviewing your plan for the day. These small, meaningful actions tell your brain, we're starting with order, not stress. This one simple signal strengthens your ability to stay consistent because it reminds you, the day belongs to you, not to circumstances. A morning routine does not need to be long. It needs to be intentional. A few purposeful steps can completely shift your mindset and ignite the effort you need to stay steady for the rest of the day. Why morning matters more than you think. Most people wake up into the world with no direction. They grab their phone. They drown in notifications. They begin their day reacting instead of creating. And before they even brush their teeth, their energy is already leaking. But you are building something different. You are creating a morning that lifts your mind, sharpens your focus, and points your attention toward progress. When your morning aligns with your goals, everything you do afterward becomes easier. You waste less time. You make fewer emotional decisions. You move with intention instead of drifting. The morning becomes your anchor. Use your morning to stabilize your emotions. Not every morning feels the same. Some days you wake up energized. Some days you wake up heavy. Some days you wake up unsure of yourself. This is why morning actions matter. They stabilize you. They calm your mind. They clear your thoughts. They ground your emotions. Instead of depending on motivation, you lean on structure. Your actions lead your feelings, not the other way around. That is how consistency grows, not through emotion, but through design. Remove the mental noise before the day starts. When you know what your morning looks like, you eliminate unnecessary decisions. You protect your mental energy for things that truly matter. No confusion, no hesitation, no wasted willpower. A predictable morning frees you. It gives you clarity. It gives you momentum. It gives you a sense of control that lasts all day. Choose actions that truly support you. Do not add impressive-sounding tasks just to feel productive. Choose actions that actually change your state. Writing your intentions, preparing your workspace, reviewing your top priorities, breathing deeply to steady your emotions. Your morning should prepare you, not punish you. When you enjoy your morning, you return to it naturally. Comfort reduces resistance. Reduced resistance fuels consistency. A moment of mental readiness. Every powerful morning includes a moment where you pause and ask, who do I want to be today? This doesn't require anything spiritual or dramatic, just awareness, a breath, a quiet minute, a simple reflection. That one moment helps you shape your day instead of letting the day shape you. Morning actions build confidence. Confidence is not a feeling you wait for. It's something you earn through repeated action. When you begin every morning by following through on your commitments, you start collecting small victories. Those victories are evidence. Evidence that you are disciplined. Evidence that you can trust yourself. Evidence that you follow through even on days you don't want to. These consistent morning wins build an identity that supports your goals. Repetition turns morning actions into power. With time, your morning actions become automatic. And automatic habits require less effort, but produce massive results. Your morning becomes a stable platform, a daily launchpad. A disciplined morning makes discipline during the day easier. A focused morning makes focus later natural. A purposeful morning gives you a direction that lasts. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens through steady repetition, through commitment, through returning to the same simple actions again and again until they become part of who you are. Start with strength. Continue with purpose. When your morning begins with strength, your day follows with purpose. When your morning begins with clarity, your decisions become easier. When your morning begins with direction, you create momentum. And momentum is the force that keeps you moving even when motivation disappears. Your morning is your advantage. Your morning is your anchor. Your morning is your daily reset. The moment where you choose discipline before the world chooses distraction for you. When you build morning actions that support your growth, you give yourself a better mindset, stronger discipline, clearer direction, higher consistency. You give yourself the foundation to win the day before it even begins. Establishing morning actions is not about designing a perfect life. It's about giving yourself a fair chance to win every single day. And when you win the morning, you win the day. When you win enough days, you win your future. Consistency begins at sunrise, and it builds the life you want, one powerful morning at a time. Chapter 6. Choose daily priorities that build your future. Every day gives you a limited supply of energy, attention, and time. And the truth is simple. You cannot do everything. You cannot give equal importance to every task. You cannot chase every urgency and still build a meaningful life. Long-term routines are not built in dramatic moments. They are built in the quiet, ordinary choices you make today. And the choices you make today shape the direction of your tomorrow. This is why choosing daily priorities is not just organization. It is strategy. It is alignment. It is self-respect. When your daily priorities support the future you want, your routine becomes a powerful engine that moves you forward, one deliberate day at a time. Without clear priorities, you live on autopilot. When your priorities are unclear, your actions lose direction. Your mind reacts to whatever feels urgent instead of what truly matters. You stay busy, but you don't move forward. You work hard, but you feel disconnected. This is how people drift, not because they lack effort, but because their effort has no aim. But when your priorities align with your goals, your day becomes purposeful. You know what deserves your energy. You know what must be protected from distraction. You know what actually moves your life forward. Clarity strengthens your routine because it connects today's actions to tomorrow's aspirations. Your priorities must reflect who you are. Becoming strong priorities require honesty. Honesty about what you want, what you value, and who you intend to become. Long-term routines are not built from random activity. They're built from intentional choice. Your priorities should reflect your identity, your values, your long-term goals. When your daily actions make sense to your deeper self, consistency becomes natural. You don't force it, you follow it, because meaningful actions feel necessary. Simplicity creates power. Your priorities must be simple and manageable. No one can juggle 20 priorities a day. Your mind is not built for pressure, it's built for focus. When you choose a small set of clear priorities, your attention sharpens, your routine stabilizes, your progress accelerates. A focused list creates structure. Structure brings stability. Stability creates long-term growth. Choosing priorities builds discipline. Discipline is not about doing everything. It's about choosing what matters and letting go of what doesn't. Every time you stay committed to a meaningful task instead of giving in to distraction, you strengthen your discipline. Every time you protect your priorities, you gain more control over your life. This shift from impulsive action to intentional action is how strong routines are built. Your priorities must serve your vision. If your long-term goal is health, your daily priorities must reflect it. If your goal is skill growth, one priority must push you to learn. If you want stability, one priority must involve planning, organizing, or creating order. When your daily choices connect to your long-term vision, your routine grows naturally. Without force, without pressure, without burnout. You simply act on what matters most, and consistency builds itself. Stop scattered effort. Start impactful effort. Many people work hard but feel stuck because their effort is scattered across tasks that don't matter. When you choose priorities, you shift from effort to impact. Impact builds momentum. Momentum fuels confidence. Confidence strengthens your routine. Once you experience progress, you want more of it. And that desire pulls you into deeper consistency. Priorities protect your time and energy. When you know what matters, you protect your schedule with confidence. You stop saying yes to everything. You stop allowing distractions to drain you. You stop letting meaningless habits steal your day. Instead, your time becomes an investment, not an accident. And this protection keeps your routine strong even when life becomes busy. Priorities guide you through difficult days. Life will challenge you. Motivation will fade. Energy will rise and fall. But priorities stay steady. Even on difficult days, your priorities tell you what must be protected. They keep you grounded. They help you maintain progress even when your emotions fluctuate. Consistency is built on these moments. The moments when you choose what matters, even when it's hard. Urgent tasks versus meaningful tasks. Urgent tasks demand your attention. Meaningful tasks build your future. When you live in urgency, you feel frantic and exhausted. When you live in meaning, you feel purposeful and calm. Choosing priorities based on meaning liberates you from constant stress. You step out of survival mode. You enter growth mode. Your day stops controlling you. You start controlling your day. Priorities strengthen emotional stability. Working on meaningful tasks gives you a sense of accomplishment and self-respect. But spending your day on unimportant tasks leaves you drained and disappointed. Choosing priorities supports emotional strength. You feel more in control. You feel more capable. You trust yourself more. Emotional strength supports consistency. Consistency supports your routine. Slow down before you speed up. Before your day begins, pause. Think. Reflect. Choose. Ask yourself, what matters today? What supports my long-term goals? What deserves my energy? What can wait? This moment of awareness transforms your entire day. Intention always precedes consistent effort. Clarity builds momentum. Your priorities should be so clear that you can explain them to yourself in a sentence. Be productive is vague. Finish this task is clear. Clarity builds power. Power builds movement. Movement builds momentum. Clear priorities keep your routine smooth because you always know what comes next. Your days shape your life. When your daily priorities support your long-term routines, you finally understand the truth. Your life is not shaped by big moments. It is shaped by the small choices you repeat every day. Every day becomes a chance to move closer to your goals. Every day becomes a moment of growth instead of distraction. Every day becomes a brick in the foundation of your future. These choices accumulate and become unstoppable momentum. Choosing priorities changes who you are. When you choose meaningful priorities, you start seeing yourself differently. You become someone who takes responsibility, acts with direction, honors their goals, protects their time, chooses wisely. This identity strengthens your routine because you act in alignment with who you believe you are. Identity-driven action creates lasting change. The kind that doesn't collapse when life gets difficult. You create the life you want, one priority at a time. As you continue choosing priorities each day, you feel your life shifting, more focus, more stability, more confidence, more control. You stop drifting, you start directing. Each priority is a step toward your long-term vision. Each step strengthens your routine. Each routine shapes your life. Choosing daily priorities that support long-term routines is not about perfection. It is about honesty, clarity, and commitment. This is how you build a stable routine. This is how you protect your energy. This is how you create meaningful progress. This is how your routine becomes unstoppable. Chapter 7. Develop simple cues that remind you to act. Consistency is not about raw willpower. It is about guidance. And guidance comes in the form of simple cues, small signals that nudge your mind toward action at the right moment. We often think we fail because we lack discipline, but more often, we fail because our environment is silent. Our intentions exist only in our head, buried under noise, stress, and distractions. Without reminders, the mind drifts, momentum falters, progress slows. This is where cues come in. A cue is a small, deliberate signal that pulls your attention toward the action you want to take. It is not force, it is gentle, it is steady, and when placed intentionally, it makes acting easier, even when motivation is low. Your environment shapes your behavior. Your mind is influenced more by surroundings than by sheer determination. If you rely solely on memory, your routines crumble under stress, fatigue, or distraction. A cue works differently. It does not demand. It reminds. It transforms abstract goals into visible signals. It creates an automatic bridge between intention and action. A cue tells your brain, now is the time to act, and your mind responds. Automatically, reliably, consistently. The power of simplicity. Simple cues are the most powerful. The brain reacts quickly to familiar signals. Repetition strengthens the association. Soon, the cue alone triggers action. Place your workout shoes by your bed. Your body prepares for exercise. Keep a notebook on your desk. You reflect or plan without thinking. Fill a glass of water the night before. Hydration happens automatically. These cues are small, subtle, and steady. They don't overwhelm. They simply guide. Designing cues that work. Start by identifying the behaviors that matter most to your routine. Then attach cues to what already exists. A natural sight, a repeated action, or a daily object. This creates a seamless transition from thought to action. You are not forcing memory. You are creating a path where your intentions flow naturally into your behaviors. Consistency grows when cues are repeated. Over time, the cue itself becomes the trigger. Motivation is no longer required. Action happens naturally. Willpower fades. Cues remain. Strong routines are built not on bursts of effort, but on steady reminders. Reconnect to your purpose. Cues also protect your long-term vision. Life is busy. Goals get lost. Attention scatters. A simple reminder, a note on the wall, a calendar alert, a meaningful object, reconnects you to what matters. It brings your attention back to purpose before distraction takes over. It bridges the gap between your current moment and your larger ambitions. Emotional cues amplify this effect. A photo that inspires you, a sticky note with a motivating message, a song that puts you in the right state. When your emotions align with action, commitment strengthens. A stable routine requires both logical cues and emotional nudges. Behavioral cues create momentum. You can also link actions together. Finishing one step becomes the cue for the next. Breakfast. Review your tasks. Sitting at your desk. Begin your most important work. Putting away your phone. Focus on learning. Chains of cues reduce friction. Actions flow naturally. Momentum builds. Routine becomes predictable and effortless. Cues protect against forgetfulness and hesitation. People don't break routines because they are lazy. They break routines because life is noisy. A cue cuts through the chaos. It reminds your mind without effort. It reduces hesitation. When a cue is clear, you do not debate, you act. Momentum is preserved. Consistency grows. Distraction loses its grip. Keep cues visible and intentional. Hidden cues don't work. Complicated cues create confusion. The moment you see a cue, your mind should know exactly what to do. Repeat it daily. Let it reinforce your habits. Let it strengthen your routine. Over time, cues evolve with you. When goals grow, old cues may fade. New cues take their place. A cue should always feel natural, helpful, not forced. Cues as mindfulness tools. Cues also anchor you in the present. They bring attention back to what matters. They interrupt old, unproductive behavior and redirect it toward growth. Every cue is a moment of awareness. Every cue is an opportunity to act with purpose. Cues are tools of strength. Using cues is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of intelligence, a sign of preparation, a sign of self-support. They empower you to stay aligned with your intentions even when life gets overwhelming. They reduce the gap between what you plan and what you actually do. They strengthen your confidence because your actions match your intentions. Cues build habits, momentum, and progress. Simple cues give you the power to act at the right moment. They help you stay steady. They maintain momentum. They make consistency possible. They shape habits that last. They build routines that support your long-term goals with minimal resistance. This is how cues transform your intentions into reality. This is how they make action effortless. This is how they turn progress from wishful thinking into tangible daily results. Chapter 8: Train consistent habits that strengthen your self-direction. True direction in life is not given, it is earned. It is earned through the daily actions that align with the future you want. Many people dream, many people set goals, but dreams alone do not guide your steps. Without consistent habits, your intentions scatter, impulses take over, days drift, momentum stalls. Self-direction is the antidote. It is the ability to steer your life with intention, to act purposefully instead of reacting to distraction, emotion, or circumstance. And habits. Consistent, deliberate habits are the instruments that make self-direction real. Habits as the steady hand of life. Habits are not about perfection. They are about reliability. They are small, repeatable actions that keep your life moving in the direction you choose. A habit becomes powerful when it is simple enough to repeat, important enough to value, clear enough to act on without hesitation. These habits anchor you. They prevent drifting. They transform scattered effort into steady progress. Define your direction. First, before a habit can guide you, you must know where you are heading. Do you want stronger focus, greater discipline, better health, emotional balance, financial stability? Once your direction is clear, habits take shape around it. Every repeated action becomes a step toward that vision. Consistency grows naturally when your habits support your goals, because now your daily choices make sense. They feel meaningful. They feel necessary. Repetition builds mastery. Consistency is not forced. It is cultivated. Repetition creates familiarity. Familiarity creates comfort. Comfort produces consistency. The mind craves patterns. When a habit becomes part of your pattern, following it requires less effort than avoiding it. This is how self-direction grows. Not through pressure, but through steady, repeated action, timing, environment, and momentum. Habits thrive when they fit naturally into your day. Morning habits build confidence. Afternoon habits fuel productivity. Evening habits encourage reflection. Your environment matters. Remove friction. Make it easy to act. Place the tools you need in plain sight. Remove distractions. Build reminders that bring you back to your purpose. Small design choices in your space become invisible allies in habit formation. Reduce emotional weight. Habits fail when they feel heavy. They succeed when they feel doable. You do not need perfect conditions to act. You need the willingness to take the next step. Simplicity beats drama. Small, honest efforts repeated daily are more powerful than grand gestures that fizzle out after a few days. Return after setbacks. No one is perfect. Life interrupts. Energy dips. Plans derail. What matters is not the fall, it is the return. Returning to a habit, even after missing a day, strengthens your self-direction. It builds resilience. It reinforces your identity. It proves that progress continues, even when the path is imperfect. Awareness and triggers. Your habits are influenced by emotion, environment, stress, and energy. Identify what pulls you off course. Prepare for it. Set cues. Adjust your environment. Shift your actions. This awareness protects your routines from collapsing under pressure. It keeps your habits strong when life gets messy. Balance, challenge, and sustainability. Habits should stretch you, not break you. They should challenge your growth without overwhelming your spirit. Balanced habits create a sense of accomplishment and momentum, rather than resistance and frustration. Celebrate small wins. Every repetition is proof. Every completed habit is evidence that you are capable. Notice your progress. Appreciate it. Let small victories fuel confidence. Confidence strengthens commitment. Commitment solidifies habits, and strong habits anchor your self-direction. Identity drives behavior. Habits are easier when you see yourself as someone who acts with purpose. Your identity shapes your actions, and your actions reinforce your identity. Each repeated habit tells your mind, "This is who I am. This is what I do." This feedback loop builds a life where self-direction is natural, not forced, the engine of growth. As habits become consistent, life becomes steadier. You handle challenges with clarity. You complete tasks with ease. You remain connected to your goals. Motivation becomes a backup, not the driver. The engine of your growth is your habit. Train daily. Training consistent habits is the key to a life built on intention, effort, and self-direction. It is the foundation of unstoppable routines. It is how ordinary moments become extraordinary progress. It is how a life of alignment, focus, and growth is forged, one deliberate action at a time. Chapter 9. Shape your environment to support daily routines. Your environment is not neutral. It either works for you or against you. Most people blame their lack of discipline for scattered days, unfinished tasks, and broken routines. The truth? Their environment is silently sabotaging them. Cluttered spaces, chaotic schedules, distracting devices. These are invisible forces that drain energy, scatter focus, and weaken even the strongest intentions. But when you shape your environment with purpose, you build a silent ally. Your surroundings become a partner in your growth, guiding your actions instead of distracting them. Design, not motivation. Consistency does not depend on willpower alone. It depends on design. Your environment speaks to you every second. It either invites action or encourages avoidance. A clean, organized space signals clarity. A chaotic, cluttered space signals confusion. When you prepare your surroundings intentionally, you remove friction. You make the right actions easier, almost automatic. Remove obstacles, make action. Simple, many routines fail not because the task is hard, but because starting is complicated. If you must search for tools, move clutter, or overcome distractions before even beginning, you are creating resistance. Shape your environment to remove these obstacles. Place tools, equipment, and resources where you can reach them instantly. Every second you save at the start is momentum gain for the rest of the day. Make priorities visible. Out of sight is out of mind. If your goals, reminders, or intentions are hidden behind distractions, your focus drifts. Visual cues anchor your attention. A notebook on your desk, a calendar in plain view, a sticky note with your key priorities. These small, intentional reminders reconnect you to your purpose throughout the day. They don't demand action, they guide it. Align your space with your goals. Every object in your environment carries energy. Clutter drains it. Tools and cues channel it. Want to read more? Keep books accessible. Want to exercise consistently? Place your gear where you can see it. Want to plan your day effectively? Keep your workspace organized and inviting. Your environment can become a constant, silent nudge toward the life you are building. Support your emotions. Your surroundings influence your mood as much as your actions. Good lighting increases alertness. Calm colors reduce stress. A tidy, comfortable space encourages engagement. When your environment lifts your spirit, following your routines feels less like an obligation and more like a choice you want to make. This emotional alignment makes consistency natural. Structure your space. Designate areas for specific activities. Work, rest, reflection, learning. Structure helps your mind transition smoothly. One space cues focus, another cues relaxation. Without structure, distractions infiltrate. With structure, your routines flow naturally. Each space becomes a reminder of the action it supports. Shape your digital environment. Your phone, computer, and online platforms shape your attention. Notifications, cluttered desktops, and endless tabs weaken focus. Turn off distractions, organize your tools, clean your digital space. A controlled digital environment becomes a tool for clarity rather than chaos. Reduce temptation, build momentum distractions. Steal more energy than we realize. Remove what tempts you away from your priorities. A distraction-free environment allows habits to take root. It lets your routine unfold effortlessly. Reflect your identity. Your environment should mirror the person you want to become. Want productivity? Build a clean, functional workspace. Want calm? Reduce sensory overload. Want motivation? Surround yourself with reminders of past successes and future goals. Your space becomes a reflection of your intentions. This alignment strengthens self-direction. Prepare the night before, the morning sets the tone. A ready environment eliminates hesitation. You wake up and step directly into action. Preparation reduces mental resistance. Confidence rises. Momentum begins before the day even starts. Stability builds consistency. A well-shaped environment provides safety. It shields you from chaos. It keeps your focus sharp when energy dips, and it brings you back to your priorities when distractions appear. Even on difficult days, a supportive environment holds your routine steady. It becomes the foundation upon which long-term consistency is built. Small adjustments, massive impact. You do not need a perfect space. You need a prepared space. Clean, organize, remove clutter, place reminders, reduce noise. These small changes transform your environment from a passive backdrop into a powerful engine for growth. Your environment as a tool for growth. Your surroundings either shape your behavior or rely solely on your discipline. When you design them intentionally, you remove friction, sharpen focus, and support your best self. A strong environment is a silent partner in your growth. It makes consistency easier. It makes routines natural. It makes progress inevitable. Shape your environment, and your life begins to follow. Chapter 10. Review your routine to improve daily consistency. True growth does not come from repeating actions blindly. It comes from awareness. It comes from looking closely at what works, seeing what does not, and making the deliberate adjustments that keep your life moving forward. A routine is not a set of rules. It is a living system. And like any living system, it thrives when observed, understood, and refined. Clarity is power. Many people follow routines without ever asking if they actually serve them. They stay busy, but not effective. They move, but not forward. Reviewing your routine brings clarity. It exposes the truth about your progress. It illuminates the actions that lift you toward your goals and the ones that hold you back. With clarity comes certainty. With certainty comes confidence. And with confidence, consistency becomes unstoppable. Honesty over comfort. Reviewing your routine demands honesty. Ask yourself, did I align my actions with my priorities today? Did I focus on what truly matters? This honesty may feel uncomfortable at first, but discomfort is the precursor to strength. When you see your actions clearly, you stop repeating mistakes. You stop avoiding essential tasks. You stop wasting energy on what does not serve your vision. Self-improvement replaces self-criticism. Progress replaces guilt. Consistency is returning, not perfecting. Consistency is not perfection. It is returning. Returning when you feel tired. Returning when distractions appear. Returning when motivation fades. A daily review reveals the patterns that pull you off course and the anchors that bring you back. You learn what strengthens your consistency and what breaks it. This knowledge transforms every moment of your day into a conscious choice rather than a reactive drift. Measure your growth. When you review your routine, you see progress you may have missed. Small wins, subtle improvements, quiet steps forward, they all matter. Acknowledging them builds pride. Pride fuels discipline. Discipline reinforces habits. And strong habits create a life of direction, purpose, and momentum. Design, adjust, evolve. The process of review is simple but powerful. Take a moment at the end of each day. Reflect, observe, adjust. Notice how your environment influenced your focus. Identify tasks that energized you and tasks that drained you. See where time was spent well and where it was wasted. Then make small adjustments. Rearrange, reorganize, refocus. Every intentional adjustment strengthens your routine. Every honest observation makes your actions more effective. Every small improvement compounds into unstoppable momentum. Harness your emotions. Your emotions shape your routine more than you realize. Some days bring energy, some days bring fatigue, some days bring doubt, some days bring clarity. Reviewing your routine allows you to see these patterns. It teaches you to plan for them, respond consciously, and act even when your emotional state is less than perfect. Emotional awareness is the bridge between reactive days and intentional living. Focus on strengths, not just weaknesses. Too often, we dwell on what went wrong, but growth comes from building on what went right. Identify your strengths. Celebrate them. Are you sharp in the mornings? Energized after a walk? Able to focus after a pause? Your routine should amplify these strengths, not fight them. Work with your natural rhythm. Leverage what already works. Build on it. Reconnect with your purpose. Every review is a chance to reconnect with why your routine matters. Your goals, your dreams, your vision. They are the compass. Reminding yourself of why you act brings clarity, motivation, and renewed commitment. Purpose transforms repetition into meaning. It transforms tasks into stepping stones. It transforms consistency into identity. Daily review is a superpower. A daily review is not a chore, it is a gift. It is your chance to take command of your actions, adjust your course, and strengthen your direction. It turns your routine into a living, evolving system. It builds adaptability. It builds resilience. It builds the confidence that no matter what comes your way, your routine and your life can adjust, endure, and grow. Your life in your hands. When you review your routine consistently, you stop drifting. You stop guessing. You stop relying on fleeting motivation. You act with intention. You grow with awareness. You shape your days with purpose. And as each day is shaped intentionally, your life transforms. From scattered moments to steady momentum, from chaos to clarity, from drift to direction. Daily review is the final key. It is the practice that turns habits into identity. It turns routines into results. It turns effort into unstoppable progress. When you review, you do not just follow a routine, you command it. You do not just live, you lead your life. And this is how consistency becomes a force you can trust. This is how a strong, intentional routine becomes unstoppable. This is how your days, your actions, and your life become yours, fully, powerfully, and without compromise.